Almost 1 million people die due to antibiotic resistance every year. By 2050, the number could go up to 10 million. Now, a new under-trial drug developed by Indian researchers has shown promise against these deadly superbugs, the antibiotic-resistant bacteria. Hello, I'm Srishti Chaudhary, Science and Environment Journalist with CNN News 18. And in this section of ScienceWise, we'll give you all the details regarding this new under-trial drug which has shown promise against antibiotic-resistant infections and could be a game changer for the health sector. So what are these superbugs or antibiotic-resistant bacteria that we are talking about? These are bacteria which become resistant to the very antibiotics which are developed to act against them. These lead to infections like pneumonia, urinary tract infections, bloodstream infections for patients who are admitted on long-term in hospitals. Now the drug that we are talking about is WCK-5222, developed by one of the oldest drug makers of the country, Wockhardt. The drug has now entered phase 3 trials in Europe, and as many as 70 people have already been recruited for the trial. The research team is confident that the drug will clear the phase 3 trials and be available for FDA approval very soon. Now, such has been the efficacy of the drug that the Drug Controller General of India had even approved it for compassionate use last September. And over the last 6 months, this drug has been instrumental in saving the lives of 3 patients in 3 different cities, starting in Lucknow, Chennai, and most recently Hyderabad. Now, the first time this drug was used was to treat a 50-year-old woman who was admitted in Medanta Hospital, Lucknow for a post-operative infection and developed extreme drug resistance to the antibiotics which were being given to her. Now, according to the doctors who were treating her, she was not responding to the drugs available and was later on given the drug that we are now talking about. She showed a remarkable recovery and was discharged from the hospital very soon. Just a month later, another team of doctors from Chennai sought the drug under compassionate use to treat a 12-year-old child who was fighting thalassemia and had developed hospital-acquired infections. Again, the drug showed remarkable recovery and there were no side effects. The most recent case came from Hyderabad, where the drug saved the life of an 18-year-old cancer patient who had also developed antibiotic resistance. Antibiotic resistance, or the superbugs, is the silent pandemic that the world is now dealing with. Most doctors who are fighting these infections in the ICU and critical care units say it's almost like fighting a losing war. The infections are too deadly and too difficult to treat. The major challenge is that there are not many treatment options available. Most of the drugs are ineffective or either too toxic to use. And most importantly, these drugs manufactured in the US or in Europe are not very active against the antibiotic-resistant mechanisms present in India. The health sector is in desperate need of new antibiotics to treat these superbugs, these antibiotic-resistant bacteria, which has become a major problem for all the ICU and all the hospitals across the country and the world. Most of the drugs that are in the pipeline or in the market have not shown the kind of efficacy that the doctors now need to treat these patients. Another big challenge is that most of the pharmaceutical giants have vacated this field due to long, arduous scientific process, low returns, and the regulatory challenges that they have to face. While the other companies who are involved in the process of drug discovery are fighting shortage of funds and regulatory challenges. Now, this drug has shown promise to fight this superbug infection across the country and the world. According to the doctors that I spoke to in Chennai, Lucknow, as well as Hyderabad, the drug can be a game changer for the health sector. It has shown a broad spectrum of activity against a lot of antibiotic resistance germs which are prevalent in the Indian community. Now, the research team at Wockhardt is confident that the drug will clear the phase 3 trials, following which they will apply for an FDA approval. As of now, the drug is only available for compassionate use, and for that also you'll have to apply for permissions, seek permission from the ethics committee of the hospitals as well as the Drug Controller General of India. Now, this is a very challenging process. A lot of doctors are in favor of making the drug available under emergency use authorization so that it could help save more and more lives. According to the team at Wockhardt, they could also make the drug available within 6 to 8 months if it is allowed for emergency use. So this is all for ScienceWise today. Thank you so much for watching.